साल बाद आप वापस मिले हैं परिक्रमा के साथ, तो ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस अभी कैसा, और अभी मुंबई में भी दिल्ली और काफी कॉन्सर्ट होने वाला है, तो कैसा आप कैसे फॉरवर्ड?
नहीं, आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड। पिछली बार बहुत मज़ा आया था और कल रात को भी बहुत मज़ा आया था। Yesterday than it was 2 years ago. They're still the same. I mean, they're an amazing group. It's more of a hobby for me. It's something I enjoy doing. But they're extremely talented musicians, and they make me also sound very good. So it's good fun.
पियानो है, पियानो आपने सीखा हुआ है, बट एकदम से
Guitar.
इधर खींचो ना।
I tell you what, the last time I played with them, and particularly their bass player, and I were backstage, I had to convince myself that I'm actually not a rock star, and an actor who enjoys playing music on stage, because I think rock star has got some kind of connotations about lifestyle and things and image really, which can be a little bit dodgy in the sense that perhaps a tiny bit injurious to your health, which is fun and fine, but it's not actually something that I think any of us are particularly think that's but I think when they say rock star, it's about basically just a fun person who's exuberant and enjoys life, really, in that sense.
When did you start playing the guitar seriously, as in more than a hobby, and you think you thought you could actually go on stage and perform?
If you compare me to like great guitarists or very good guitarists, like I say, I don't think that's fair. I learned in school; it was compulsory to learn a musical instrument. I was wandering by a guy who was playing a tune on an acoustic guitar, and I asked him what it was, one of my seniors, and he said it was a song called Black Knight by Deep Purple, and I kind of fell in love with rock that day when I went out and bought the album machine. And we formed a group, and we were really bad. we were really bad. So we used to play at like school dances and stuff like this. But like I said, if you play with other talented musicians, then I think people playing average rhythm guitar also can get away with it. And I don't know really how it happened. I think through the association with Seagrams, they kind of put this together, and I'm really happy they did. I'd love to do it much more often.
So what is the kind of music that we're going to see tomorrow on stage? What are you guys going to be performing?
I mean, some classic rock songs, like cover versions of very famous rock groups like AC/DC, Deep Purple, and The Doors, and singing a few tracks also. So about 8 to 10 songs, I hope, and I'm quite excited about it. And I think it went really well last night.
If not an actor, would you have been a musician?
I don't know. I mean, when you say musician in our country, there's so many extremely talented musicians who are doing okay. I mean, I can speak for guitarists and session musicians that come and make music for our films that are unbelievably talented, and I don't know how much recognition they have. So I think I'm extremely lucky to be in a job that recognizes me so well and supports me financially so well. I think I would have probably been a professional game warden or something in Africa, if not an actor.
सर कल के शो पे जिन लोगों का ध्यान जहाँ आपके संगीत की तरफ, म्यूजिक की तरफ जा रहा था, वहीं कहीं ना कहीं आंखें जा रही थी जो आपने हाथ पे लिखा था, क्या कहेंगे उसके बारे में?
Well, nothing really. I think what I had to say, I already said it by doing that, and I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about what we're going to do tomorrow. Well, if you can see it when I move, yeah, but I'm not going to hold it above my head like a flag. You'll have to wrestle me down on the ground. No. You can have a look at it.
That's the name of my girlfriend, so if you can decipher it out, I'll give you a free passport.
Well, like I said, ma'am, it's not something that I show off over my head. If you see it, you see it. Thank you.
can we say it's an expression of love for your lady love?
Yeah, ma'am, I'd like to talk about something else now. Thank you.
सर वैलेंटाइन डे आ रहा है, वैलेंटाइन डे के क्या plans हैं?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I think we're all going to hang out together on Valentine's Day. We'll play love songs.
सर बॉलीवुड की फिल्म में अगर आपको रॉकस्टार का रोल दिया जाए, किसके साथ आप तबले पे जुगलबंदी करना पसंद करेंगे?
हॉलीवुड की फिल्म में तबले की जुगलबंदी.
Bollywood
Bollywood film. तबले की. I mean, yeah, the only name coming to mind would be Zakir Hussain. Ustad Zakir Hussain.
सर कितनी समाचार
कई सारे एक्टर्स ने अपने गाने के शौक को फिल्मों के द्वारा कंप्लीट किया है, तो आप अपने इस शौक को फिल्मों में कंप्लीट
नहीं, हमने भी 2-3 बार गाया है, लेकिन it's not so well known. Recently, also for an animation film, Roadside Romeo, and mainly some kind of rapping. But again, there's some extremely talented. Everyone gets what they deserve, and there's a lot of talented singers and musicians in our country that that do that for us. And I don't think that's my area of talent or gift as such, to the point where I should start singing for my own movies or something.
सर जैसे आप प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए इस कॉन्सर्ट के लिए, और क्या अभी भी नर्वस फील करते हैं जब आप स्टेज पर जाते हैं?
A little bit, but more excited than nervous. I think if you know what you're doing roughly, then you're excited about it. There's a little bit of butterflies which make you perform well. I think in anything, even just before camera starts or going on stage for a show, you feel a little bit, but it's not the same thing as being nervous. I think it's more excitement and adrenaline, and you hope everything goes well on something live.
Sir, can we have a look at the tattoo, please?
Ma'am, that's like the 20th time you asked me. But ask me something else.
आप कल परफॉर्म करेंगे और इन लोगों ने कहा कि बॉलीवुड म्यूजिक नहीं होगा, आपके जो फैंस आएंगे उन्हें बॉलीवुड म्यूजिक जरूर सुनना होगा, आपको करते हुए देखना होगा, जब आप गिटार लेके खड़े होंगे, तो बॉलीवुड म्यूजिक को दूर रख के कैसे?
No, it's even though it's small, it's a rock concert, and what we represent and what we're trying to cater to an audience that is into that. And I think a lot of kids, at least enough to make us happy, are into that, and they would be quite disappointed if we were to start playing like Salam Namaste on like a distorted electric guitar. I would be a bit freaked out.
Sir, we've seen the promos of Race, and we can see you're really flaunting your body in it. So can we say you're also going the six-pack Khan way?
No, I think fitness, and I mean, if you call being on film by itself is a flaunting of a sort. So I don't know if flaunting is the right word, but I think looking good and being fit is a good thing in a visual medium. I mean, yeah.
There is
Hollywood has made films like
Yes.
Hollywood has made films like Ray Charles, whereas Bollywood has really not come up to make films of that genre. Now that you've opened your own production house, is it on cards? And if it is yes,
No, I mean, if you're asking me whether it'd be interesting to make films on the lives of a musician, yes, I believe India has made many films on musicians in that sense, and singers. How well they're done or how realistically they're done might be questionable sometimes, but I think singers have been respected and revered and has been part of our culture for the longest time. So I don't think it will be out of place to make a film about one ever, or about a musician for that matter.
Sir, normally Bollywood
in India are listening to rock music?
I am, and I think a lot of kids are, and a lot of people are.
were you apprehensive about Parikrama fans sort of accepting you, so to speak, on stage?
Well, I mean, like there's a lot of groups that if you buy a CD, you say this group featuring so and so. It's not like a marriage that their parents are going to be really upset about. We're just hanging out together for a while. It's just the coffee. But it's like I said, it's an honor for me to play with them. I think they're great, and no offense to any fans.
सर बॉलीवुड स्टार्स को नॉर्मली देखा जाता है कि फिल्मों के जरिए अपना मिसाल की शुरुआत करते हैं. यू स्टार्टेड विद अ बैंड एंड योर न्यू लव लाइक गिटार प्लेइंग गिटार. So what else you're doing during this year? Anything new coming up?
I don't understand. Are you asking me what I'm working on this year? Yeah, we've just started our production house at Illuminati Films, and we're making a film which we will announce and launch in a proper way when it's time to talk about that. And there are many new and exciting things, obviously, every year in terms of films and shows and ads. But right now what we're here to talk about is the show that we're doing tomorrow night, which is a new and exciting thing. And and that's why we're all here. We're in Bangalore, and tomorrow we're going to be in Bombay, and then day after, on the 25th in Calcutta, and finally in Delhi on the 27th. So it's this little tour that.
Audience response like last night, just was there any sort of just fun moments?
I believe there were like 3,000 people there or something, which is not so many until you find out that it's shockingly more
आपकी
than
गर्लफ्रेंड करीना भी होंगी इस बार
turned up for.
शो के बाद
Yeah, no, we just feel like Beyonce. So we got a bigger audience than Beyonce. Yeah, which is great. Yeah, and they made a noise that was worthy of like about 10,000. So it was beautiful. It was a great crowd.
In the past when you performed, has there been sort of just a particular moment, reaction from someone that's sort of just been particularly exciting when you performed for one of your concerts?
Well, I haven't performed that many. It's only the second one, really. And there are many moments, I think, when you make a little bit of contact or something happens when you play live music together sometimes, I think it's just a fantastic experience just to create that music or to be part of it. That's what I'm doing it for, really.
करीना भी होंगी इस शो के दौरान सर
Sorry?
करीना भी होंगी शो के दौरान
No, unfortunately, she's working in Europe.
फिर से टैटू की बात कर ली जाए
No, ma'am, we're going to talk about something else incredibly. You have to stop.
That's the last question. There's this one question that the rumor mill suggests that maybe marriage is on the cards for Saif Ali Khan and Kareena Kapoor this year, December. Any truth to that rumor at all?
No, ma'am. No, absolutely not. All rumors.
That was the last.
Mind-blowing, fantastic. Please give us your money. Go and see it. I want to buy it. I think a big hand round of applause. Well done, boy. Very proud. Sorry?
Anything you want to say to the team, the Indian cricket team?
No, we're very proud of them and great. That's fantastic. It's amazing. Beautiful. Well done.